Test. This is my second take. The first one was really raw, but I think I need to paste what I say. Okay, so like I said, in December, I want to be more raw and vulnerable. I think this is how people connect. I got up this morning and there was a video that said we need to talk from one of my other YouTuber that I'm following, and he talks how he wants to connect with people, and that's what I wanted to do. And I found out that the way you connect better with people is actually to be vulnerable and to open up. And one of my favorite YouTuber is Sorelamo, and I remember during my dark times when I would listen to her, I would watch her videos, it's the fact that she was so vulnerable that I could like actually connect to her, and that's what I want to do. I have refrained from doing that for a very long time because there's so many people who use social media to whine, and I wanted to keep my private life private. I don't want to use social media to whine. The reason I'm doing that is because I want to be honest with you, and I know that what I'm going through, lots of people are going through that. And for me, when I am not aware that people are going through that, I just feel like, oh, I'm crazy, like I need help, or blah blah blah, whatever. But when you find out that other people are going through the same shit, let's put it down, it is same shit as you feel less, you feel more normal, you feel less stressed about it. You overthink, because I think a big part of it is overthinking as well. So you overthink less of it because you know, like, hey, I'm feeling this and some people are feeling that. It's like, you know, when you like tell something to your friend and they're like, yeah, that's exactly how I feel, like I was through this XYZ, and you're like, oh my god, you understand me so much, you feel so much better. So I know for a fact I'm not the only one. I have a couple of subscribers who reach out to me, who told me the story, and it's the same thing, and we are all into this. So instead of like keeping that for me, I am going to put myself out there, and hopefully it will help you connect with me and feel less lonely and feel less weird about yourself, and like accept things, and hopefully help you navigate through stuff. So I deal with depression. I've dealt with depression before coming to Canada, after a breakup that I had with a person I was with for 5 years. A very bad depression, like I was borderline suicidal, actually. So it triggered a couple of things. So I had I went through with a psychologist to debug things like that. So I have abandonment issues from child, not because my parents abandoned me, nothing to do like that, but I'm not going to dive too deep into that because I don't think it's relevant for the video, and it's also part of my private life. So I had that, and so when this happened, it kind of like scarred me. And whenever my depression would happen, I can always call a friend and we would go for a drive and things would be nice. And I was like, okay, so if I come to Canada and I don't have friends, if I'm depressed, what is going to happen? And you are way stronger than what you think, because when I was in Canada, I know I had no one, so I had just myself, and I had to make it. Like, I had to make it. And you don't know how strong you are until you have to be strong. And so I was going through life and doing my life and stuff like that, and I have people on my way and stuff, and I've done like a healing journey. However, what I've noticed is that things from my past was repeating. So I was healing and it was moving on, and then it was repeating. I was healing and it was moving on, and it repeated. It doesn't matter, I was in Mauritius, I was in Barrie, or now I'm in Alberta, and it's exactly what is happening. However, I don't know why I kind of like this year woke up and decided to do things differently. And I think a big part of it is the fact that I've changed my mindset. I have accomplished certain things in my life, and I need to go to the next step. So for example, I have a good job, I love my colleagues. Where I live right now, there's no drama. I used to deal with drama all the time, especially with girls. hey, I'm not I love you. I'm not dealing with drama. I have better people around me. My roommate, I'm so grateful for him. And it was eye-opening actually to be living with him because of the way he treated his girlfriend. And I realized that I was not asking for so much in a relationship. What I was asking was completely normal. And I think sometimes you let people treat you like shit because you don't know what you deserve. I didn't know what I deserve. I always thought I was asking for too much, which is not the case at all. So me changing my environment helped me change my mindset and help me change my expectation and help me change my behavior. So now I want something else for myself. I want something more. So I think since I've accomplished the basis of like good where I live, financial stuff like that, now it's time for me to move to the next level. And so this with going to the next level comes different behavior. I can't be acting the way I was acting and expect the result to be different. I need to act in another way. So I have no idea what I'm doing, and I have no idea if it's gonna work. But what I know is that if I don't do what was not working, I will have a different result. So that's what I'm trying to do. And it's when you're going to try to do that, it's going to feel super uncomfortable because you're not familiar with doing that. You know, sometimes you're like, oh, I have a gut feeling, I don't know. Like, let's say for example you go with toxic people and you're like, I don't know why I like this person, but I feel something. If you can't define why you like this person, it's probably from trauma. Because if you like a person, like if you like your friend or your job or something like that, you'll be like, I like my friend because she listens to me, because she's there for me, because she's supportive. But if ever it's like, I don't know why, it's related to trauma. So I'm not saying don't trust your gut feeling. I think if I would trust my gut feeling more often, I would be in less shit. So that's something I'm gonna do, like trust my gut feeling. If I used to have a certain behavior, for example, I'm extremely impatient, and very often that led me to do things not in a rational way and got me in trouble and whatnot. So I'll try to be more patient. How long, I don't know, and trying not to be too hard on myself. For example, if I'm like, I'm gonna wait a day and I actually waited half a day, I'm like, you know what, you've waited half a day, next time you can do one more day. So just do the opposite of what is not working. I'm not too sure that's gonna work. I only know that's going to have a different result, and that's what I'm thinking of doing when it comes to dealing with that. And same thing for my depression. There's something that works, I know that for a fact, is CBT. For those who are not into psychology, it's called cognitive behavioral therapy. It's how you move your body, and whatever movement you do with your body actually influence your mind. So for example, if I put someone behind a curtain and I'm like, okay, this person is depressed, how do you think their posture is? You'll be like, head low, shoulder low, because we know how people are when they are depressed, like what's their body language, what's their posture. So trying to do things differently. I know there's something, I think when you overthink, they say take an ice cube or take an object and place it in both hands, because when you're overthinking, it's one part of your brain which is doing that, and when you play with both hands, you're activating both sides of your brain. So little things like that. I'm not too sure how that's gonna work, but that's what I'm gonna try. I'm not someone who likes medication, so if you're medicated, there's nothing against that. That's how I'm trying to deal with my depression. But we all go through that, and I want you to know that like you, I feel lonely, I like friends, I deal with depression, and my life is no way perfect. It's helpful you feel less lonely. If you want to connect, that's fine. I would love to do a community like that and like empower each other, hopefully be more raw with you and you being able to connect or relate, and yeah, help each other. I think that's it. I guess I'll see you in the next video. Bye.